Hey everyone, it's Melinda with Tailored and Teal. In today's What Sold video, we're going over all the sales on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay from July 16th through July 31st of 2023. As always, we are going to start on Mercari, where I had one sale, and thankfully it was a free to me item. It was a Precious Moments trinket box. It had a blue stone on it to represent December, which should have been topaz. I think it was just a rhinestone though. This was one of my items when I used to collect Precious Moments. It was from $19.95 and it sold for my full asking price of $16. There was a $2.78 fee, giving me a profit of $13.22. And now moving on to Poshmark, where I had 16 sales. The last What Sold video that I did, that was July 1st through July 15th. My last sale on Poshmark was actually on July 10th. I didn't have any sales on Poshmark for 5 full days. I think that I've now gone through 1 or 2 5 straight days of no sales on Poshmark. It's a little scary, so I panicked and I sent out 50% off offers on my entire closet, or at least anything that anyone had liked. It resulted in a few sales. I did lose a little bit of money on some items, but I was desperate at that point and I needed something to happen, like something had to give. So 50% off offers it was. The first sale of the 50% off offers was an Ann Taylor navy blue and silver metallic tweed mini skirt. This I picked up at Salvation Army. I only paid $1.49 for it. So when it sold for $11 with discounted shipping, I was perfectly happy with that. I definitely think it was worth at least $20, but it's gone and hopefully the customer is happy. Next up is a Liz Sport monogram pocket red and white striped button front shirt. This had a really cool monogram on the chest. I've never really seen anything from Liz Claiborne like that before, so I thought it was pretty special. It came out of my America's Thrift Supply micro bale and it sold for $17. That was an offer that the customer sent to me while I was sending out 50% off offers to other people. So the customer did not get discounted shipping on this item, but it just goes to show that me sending out offers might have resulted in another sale that was better than 50% off, if that makes sense. Next up, we have a new with tags, Salt Light Art handmade teal metal earrings. These were a really pretty teal color on the front, and then on the back it was copper. These came out of one of my many jewelry unboxings. I'm pretty sure I've had them for a few years. Still in great condition though. And one of my reselling friends actually purchased these earrings. They sold for $8 with discounted shipping, and I still made $1.44 in profit. So Chris, if you're watching, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy them. Next is a vintage light blue plastic floral hinged trinket vanity box. I picked up this item from a thrift store that's basically all estate sale leftovers. Like they go and they do clean outs and things like that. I thought it was super cute. It was in very nice condition. It sold for $8 with discounted shipping, and I did lose 72 cents on that. And then the last item that I lost money on, but I'm happy to see it go, it was a vintage Union Made HM2. That was the brand, and I forget exactly what that stood for, something Mercado, which is market in Spanish. I don't think it's related to H&M, but that would be kind of funny if it was. A pleated printed elastic waist midi skirt. This was in a plus size, and it finally sold for $10 with discounted shipping, and I lost 25 cents. Next up is another vintage item. It was a vintage 1967 gold tone UK Regina Elizabeth penny coin belt. I couldn't tell if this was handmade or not. I did find a few other sold comparable listings, but only like 1 or 2. So I couldn't really tell, but there was no markings or brands besides the fact that it was Regina Elizabeth. And it sold for $15 with no discounted shipping. The next sale was a Calvin Klein career skirt. This was in a beautiful blush pink color. It was a tweed knit. It was lined underneath. This came from my subscriber mystery unboxing from Courtney, and it sold for $14 with discounted shipping. And Courtney has started her own YouTube channel, and I think as of today, she already has 3 videos up, which good for you, girl. I will link her new channel down below and also over here. It is OTP_ATL_resale. And if you watch Harry Tornado's videos on YouTube, you might have watched one that said that they spent $7,000 on women's clothing. That was actually Courtney that sold all of her death pile inventory to Haley and Josh. She has a whole video explaining that. And I thought that was very interesting of her to put out a video explaining kind of her side and how she developed such a death pile, but definitely go check her out. She is such a sweetheart and she is a pro on camera already. The next sale was an olive and oak, olive green plaid roll tab blouse. This I've had since 2019. I'm pretty sure it came out of a reseller mystery box that I do not recommend anybody do unless you like actually know the brands that are gonna be in there. I definitely got burned on a lot of reseller mystery boxes when I was first starting out. This sold for $8 and I lost 23 cents on it. And the $8 was actually something that the customer sent me, so they didn't get any discounted shipping. But when I saw that offer, I didn't even care. I just quickly accepted. Then we have a pretty decent sale. So this sale was from one of my belt unboxings from shopgoodwill.com. It was an Escada silver plated rectangle stamped concho chain belt. It was made in Spain. I say that it was silver plated because I actually did a sterling silver acid test on it and some of the blue flecks came through, but it wasn't fully sterling because it was still magnetic. I also went off of what other people listed the belt as. A lot of people said that it was vintage. I couldn't tell that for sure, but it sold for $40 with discounted shipping, and it went all the way to Wyoming, which I think I've only sent a few packages there in my entire reselling career. And I think it'll fit right in with all those cowboys and cowgirls out there in the West. Next up is a Romans brown floral crinkle rayon high-low flare V-neck blouse. I picked this up at my local Salvation Army. I did have to reinforce some of the shoulder seams in the back. Because of the delicate rayon fabric, it was starting to pull away from the seams, so I did notate that. I circled everything and made sure that the customer knew, and it sold for $14 with no discounted shipping. Next up, we have another awesome sale. So even though I lost money on a few items, I still made some good money on other sales. So very thankful for that. This was a Sundance Hennessy large soft leather woven tote bag. This purse was actually quite difficult to price because I couldn't find this exact style anywhere listed in sold or just currently available. So I went off of other similar styles from this brand and I ended up listing it for $80 because I figured maybe it was rare and I would definitely take offers if someone sent them to me. Finally, it sold within a couple weeks of being listed for $64 and discounted shipping, and that was an offer that I sent to the customer. Next is a red, white, and blue mini beaded necklace, rhinestone brooch, and pendant lot. These sold together as a set for $12 with discounted shipping. Next up, we have a silver tone textured rectangle and round chain belt. Chain belts are still selling, thankfully, and it sold for $14 with no discounted shipping. Next up, we have a pair of shorts. This is from the brand Old Navy. It was the 3.5-inch cuffed hem tan khaki shorts. These came from some type of secondhand wholesale box. I can't remember what company I purchased it from, but they sold for $10 and they were a size 0. The last 2 sales are items that I've sourced in the past month. And let me tell you, it's a pretty good feeling when something that you sourced recently sells decently fast. It just makes me feel like I'm doing my job well. So the first sale was a Duluth Trading mauve taupe Flexpedition slim leg pants. I almost kept these for myself, but I decided that I like money more and they sold for $25 with no discounted shipping. And then the last sale was a new with tags White House Black Market black 5-inch smooth stretch cotton blend shorts, and they sold for $20 with no discounted shipping. So of my 16 Poshmark sales, I had $290 in sales, $65.70 in fees. I gave out $16.16 in shipping discounts, giving me a profit of $208.14. And my average sales price for each item that sold was $18.13. Now moving on to eBay, where I had 14 sales. The first item to sell was from my Via Trading Amazon jewelry lot. Yes, I still have stuff from that, and yes, thankfully it is still selling. It was a new gold tone cowrie shell black cord necklace. It sold for $7.19, which was my full asking price because I am doing a 20% off sale in my eBay store. Next is a Zara bright red faux suede strappy caged open toe stiletto heels. These are actually getting returned to me. However, the customer hasn't shipped them back yet. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and hopefully they don't ship them back so that I get my money and they get to keep the shoes. But if they do send them back, I'll just relist them. These came out of my subscriber mystery unboxing from Courtney, and they sold for $11.99. Next up is a smoky black faceted glass large pendant with a box chain. I said that it was witchy or goth. I did include those keywords, and it sold for $11.19. And that necklace came out of my most recent ThredUp 15-piece jewelry unboxing. Next up is a ring that came out of my Shop Goodwill ring lot. It was a gold tone and ivory faux leather large round statement stretch ring. So this was adjustable. It sold for $8.25. And this item actually went all the way to Norway. It's amazing to me the things that will sell internationally and you're like, why? I mean, this was nothing special, just faux leather, metal, stretch ring. But I am certainly not complaining. I appreciate any sale, small or big. Next up is a Cold Crush Sage Green graphic keyhole racer back swing tank top. This I've had since 2019, so I was very happy to accept a $7 offer. The next sale also came from my Shop Goodwill ring lot, but this was an assortment of rings. These were a lot of 16 acrylic rings. They were in various sizes. I said that someone could use them for crafting. Some of them looked like faux stone. Some of them had swirls in them. They were all very pretty, just unfortunately plastic, and they sold for $6.25. Next up, we have a book. The title was Backwards and Forwards, a technical manual for reading plays by David Ball in 1983. I picked this up at a book sale, like a fill-a-bag book sale years and years and years ago. I picked up a whole bunch of theater books because I went to school for theater. This was one of them, and it sold for $6.39. Next is a universal thread brown and orange plaid bubble peasant sleeve blouse. This came from my America's Thrift Supply micro bale, and it sold for $11.19. Next up, we have another blouse from my micro bale. This one was the brand Poetry, and it was a black halter draped chest smocked waist blouse, and it sold for $8. And then we have another blouse that sold from my America's Thrift Supply micro bale. It was a blue pepper colorful Aztec print spaghetti strap racer tank top, size large, and it sold for $6. Now, as you can see, those blouses did not sell for a lot of money. I did put out a sales update video going over how much money I've made on this micro bale, and if you didn't know, I am in the green, so anything that I sell from now on is pure profit. I am not holding on to these blouses. So basically any offer that I get that's $5 and above, I am instantly accepting and getting them out of the house. My cost of goods were very low for this. It was around $1.43. So I am accepting those offers fast. Next is an Adrian Vittadini 100% rayon purplish gray reptile print V-neck blouse. This was a size 2X. This came out of my subscriber mystery unboxing from Courtney. and it sold for $7, and my cost of goods for each of those items was 85 cents. So that's why I accepted that low offer. Next up is a vintage Japan ceramic sitting pretty dog or puppy. It was a little figurine. It was about 6 inches tall and it had a really cute green bow. It was hollow. It did have the word Japan on the bottom of it. I paid $1 at an estate sale and it sold for $10. Next up is a new with tags blue nightgown. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the brand. You can see it up here. It was a button front short sleeve nightgown in a size extra large. It had embroidery around the neck. I actually purchased this from Amazon for my mom for Christmas, but because we didn't get to see each other on Christmas or for a few months after that, I couldn't return this. It wasn't really her style, so I listed it on all 3 platforms. It took a few months to sell. I do believe it's still available on Amazon, but someone purchased it from me for $13.59. And then the last sale was something I also recently sourced. This was a pair of Eileen Fisher solid black 100% silk crepe tapered leg side zip pants in a size extra large. I couldn't believe that there wasn't anything wrong with these, no holes, no snags, nothing. And they sold for $31.99, which was my full asking price with my 20% off. And they sold in about 2 weeks of me listing them. So of my 14 eBay sales, I had $146.03 in sales. I made a shipping profit of $25.80. Fees were $48.17, giving me a profit of $123.66. My average sales price for each item that sold was $10.43. And now moving on to my total numbers, where I had 31 sales from July 16th through July 31st of 2023. I had $452.03 in total sales, $107.01 in fees. Cost of goods this time was $80.22. There is a bug flying around my face. Oh my gosh, the gnats have been so bad this year. Okay, I think it's gone. Sorry about that. Cost of goods was $80.22, giving me a profit of $264.80. And my average cost of goods for each item that sold was $2.59. I am currently filming this on August 2nd. I know that some kids are going to be going back to school soon, so list those back to school items. I really hope that sales start to pick up because I think we're all hurting for money and hurting for sales. So fingers crossed. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.